Makes sense to me. My voice could be louder relative to the music. How about if I move my microphone closer to my mouth? Is that better? That's probably a lot better. Alright, I'll turn it down. And I'm closer, so... just take a moment of your time, and here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. I shift to be there, instinctively as an accident. But awesome. This game is really similar to the first one. They took everything that was good about the first one, the spells and abilities, and they took them out. So, as you see here, I'm getting this golden egg. This is used to give to one of the animal kings, the bird king, up here, to take me to the Cloudland. This Cloudland is pretty awesome. It's super bouncy. You got to think of it this way. Kyros is wearing a metal suit of armor, and he's able to bounce on these clouds. These are some pretty strong clouds. I don't even know of like trampoline material that can support that kind of weight. But the true goal in this game is to assemble the Ironsword by killing 4 elements. Elemental fiends, I believe they're called. And those 4 elemental fiends make up the whole of the spirit of Malkiel that was just killed in the last game, if you do it the right way. But yeah, right here I'm grabbing the first spell, which is the Windbane spell. I'm going to actually hold on to this throughout the first few stages. You're actually supposed to get rid of your magic spells after every single stage, but I'm going to hold on to it with a certain glitch that we have been using for the speedruns in this game, and that's magic retention glitch. We're going to hold on to our magic spell and as much magic as we can gather into the next level after defeating the first boss. I'm just grabbing a few keys here, some extra magic. Oh, I can't get that key. Use your magic to pick up items, which is super useful, and you'll see definitely on the mountain stage how useful that can be. It actually saves a lot of time in the run overall. So this is the wind boss. It's just a big old face shooting some air bolts at you and some whirlwinds, and here we go. That was the magic retention glitch right there. If you blinked, you missed it. What I was doing is hitting that first Ironsword piece. Ooh, poison chicken. That'll knock me out real quick. Hitting that first Ironsword piece with my magic to pick up the item. And hitting the door at the same time, the door trigger. So I just used the magic as well to pick up the golden fly there. That fly is pretty fantastic. Use it to give to this frog right here, and he lets you go down here so you can fight the water demon. I'm going to grab this extra one up here just as a safety precaution, because a lot of bad stuff can happen in this game. There's a lot of RNG and whatnot. So, now I'm going to try to get as much magic as possible. If I fill up my magic meter completely, I will get the magic glitch, which is I just performed right there, which infinite magic glitch, which will allow me to use unlimited magic throughout the rest of the run. So having that is very crucial, and maintaining it is also crucial to the run. You can't see it right now, but there's a blueberry Pop-Tart I'm shooting with magic, and he's launching his dandruff at me. But you're able to pass by that. You're actually supposed to have a different spell at that point. You're supposed to have the not the water spout, but the blight water spell, which is used to kill that boss. But since we still had the Windbane from the previous stage, we're able to use that on him and actually do damage. So it's pretty efficient use of your magic and abilities, and definitely helps speed it along. This is the only time you'll see me go shopping. I'm going to grab this Silver Fleece here, which is really good against the final boss and the second to last boss as well. It just makes you immune to missile attacks. So right there I just grabbed the Golden Crown, which I'm going to give to the the Dragon King up here on the top of the mountain, so I can gain access to inside the volcano, or the mountain, whatever you want to call this thing shooting fire out of the top. The Fiery Cavern, he calls it. But yeah, this is where we'll fight the Fire Fiend and get the third piece of the Ironsword. So as you can see, I'm taking like damage everywhere. That just happens in this game. It's really hard to avoid a lot of the damage. That's why I'm just grabbing these extra 1-ups here and there. They're really not that far out of the way. Alright, we need to grab our next spell, because this spell cannot attack this next boss, and this spell is the Fire Smite spell, which actually launches these little ovals into the air, and they fall downwards. And the key to the magic that we need is that it falls downwards, because this boss is embedded into the ground. So you can see he's just kind of like a blob of teeth and eyeballs and fire, and it actually doesn't look that intimidating at all, but he can do a lot of damage if you get hit by his fireballs. I'm taking a little bit of extra damage there. What I forgot to do is waste off some of this magic before going into here, so I'm gonna actually just burn off some magic before we go into this next place, because if I would have gone in there with 0 magic, I probably would have lost my infinite magic glitch and my magic retention glitch, and I wouldn't be able to keep the magic into this level. Now you see the magic is different in this level. It's because you're not supposed to have this current magic spell, so the graphics get messed up a little bit, but hey, it works. So what we're afraid of here is our ghosts spawning. Ghosts can spawn directly on top of you and actually kill you in one shot. Shoutouts to the best of NES Ghosts. That was in Ironsword. They had a lot of foresight there when they put that ghost in. I'm actually not sure. I think the best of NES Ghost is scarier than those things. Those look like they're like trying to give you hugs. But yeah, here we go. We picked up the golden tankard to give to the this rat or bear or weasel, or whatever. We don't know what it is really. Gopher maybe. I don't know. We'll pick up the next spell, the Earth Scorch spell. It's a pretty cool spell. It's very similar to the Fire Smite in that it falls downward, but it actually launches arcs upward first, which is really good for this next boss. You can see how they designed every single spell for each individual boss. I go into my spells menu there and use the Silver Fleece here because you take a lot of missile damage. There's a safer strat for this, but I think I only need 2 charges of my Silver Fleece for the last boss, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Alright, right here we do a little glitch to get the Ironsword without picking up the last piece and then keep our magic. That was actually discovered, I believe, by Degnus, who was the current world record holder and previous world record holder. I did, after the AGDQ, managed to defeat his record, and then he came back and cut it by a few extra seconds, so challenged me to get back into this and go hard, so maybe we'll take that record back very shortly. Right now we're on the climb to the top, or the peak of Icefire Mountain, appropriately named. Icefire sounds actually rather pleasant. Sounds like just lukewarm, like bathwater, right? I don't know. Up here is all you have to worry about on this level is fire. Fire is the only enemy until you get into the cave, but it does do a lot of damage if you are hit by it. So try to knock it out before it hits me, or poke it with my sword. You could just take damage everywhere, though. Walking over things, it can fly through your hitbox and just continuously do damage. Right now, we got the Jordan 7s, the Jordan 7 League boots. Lets us jump higher and run a lot faster. I wish we had this for the whole run, but unfortunately you get them right before the end. But yeah, ever see a man in a steel suit move this quickly? I don't think so. That's Kuros, baby. So this is a technical jump here that I'm kind of choking on, but you gotta have to have momentum while you're getting the jump across, or else you hit that little ledge and it slides you back down. But we made it up there. Still have this life plus 2 more for the last boss. It shouldn't be a problem. This is the final cave before the last boss. Lots of food and fun platforming in here. I think this is my favorite spot in the game. But yeah, once we get to the top of this mountain, we'll make our way over to the other side of the peak, the highest peak. And up at the top of here are the 4 elemental fiends ready to be destroyed by Kyros. These guys are very random. You can manipulate their patterns a little bit. You start off doing something like that. I used a silver fleece as well to make myself invulnerable to these missile attacks for a short period of time. Alright, we already took out wind, but fire activated. We're almost done with water as well. This is actually a really good boss fight besides that fire being active. Yeah, we're 1 life in this bad boy. Oh. And time is going to be when the screen fades to black. 3, 2, 1, and time. There we go. Ironsword. So you see this awesome cutscene where the 4 elements combine, make the Moon Wizard Malkiel, and he is immediately recombined, and then he gets so angry that he turns into a skull. And the skull explodes into 4 pieces. So, really cool game, really cool concept. Love the fact that they did a sequel to Wizards and Warriors, and they actually made a sequel to this, which is very different. But I guess the Animal Kings are just slightly less angry at you. And that's Wizards and Warriors. Shout outs to Steve, big old Steve Pickford, Steve Hughes. This is a rare game, but it's very common. Acclaim with some great music. And yeah, that's Ironsword. I have 2 more runs in the marathon. They're coming up on Sunday, I believe, Jaws and Karate Kid, so check me out then. Make sure to stay tuned to this marathon and support all these guys who put together this thing. Big shout outs to Bad Breaks, Dexter, Feasel. All you guys are great. Myth, everyone. And chat, thank you guys. Besides that, that's all I got. Hopefully we're ready for the next run. Let's put in our initials as well, because, you know, gotta have a high score. They spent so much time programming this game to have high scores. Let's find out what we got. Oh, that's a pretty good one. So, alright. Awesome, guys. Oh, and yes, up next we have Gauntlet with Feasel. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that awesome run, Gauntlet, and Chrysalis after that. So I am just the cheese in this double Feasburger sandwich with the Dragon Dark buns.
I'm all about